And ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the next session, we will now have a keynote session on real-time context engine, fresh context for better AI agents that will be delivered by the solutions architect of Redis, Glen Gunawan. To Glen Gunawan, the stage is yours.
Ya, selamat pagi Bapak dan Ibu. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now thank you for World AI Show for the wonderful event today, and probably that we what we'll do today is to talk about Redis, which is one thing is our real-time context engine. So basically the gist is how we will put AI from like testing, POC, and what AI will look like in production using all our data. So a little bit of introduction. So my name is Glen Gunawan. I'm a solution architect at Redis, and I'm based in Indonesia. So a little bit bahasa. Tadi pagi kena macet di Tanah Kusir. So I've been in the data and application sector for like 5+ years, and my main job is to help customers building real-time data pipelines, building real-time application and scalable using Redis. So introduction of Redis. So we've recently crossed 10 billion Docker pools. So our Redis open source and Redis enterprise has been used by 10 billion, or in Indonesia 10 triliun, 10 billion developers around the world. And we're the #1 tools for AI agent data storage. This is by Stack Overflow, survey by Stack Overflow, and we've been used by 100+ customers in Fortune 500. And last year, we've recently won the Partner of the Year for Bank of America. And other than that, we are being used in 10,000+ customers across all sectors. Like our main sectors is banking. We've also been used in telcos, in retails, in gaming, and even in healthcare, for example. Now, what I want to talk about is how AI has been transforming since last year, where traditionally we talk about AI is being like how we predict something from like historical data into, that's what we say predictive AI. So we say like we're outputting a prediction, we have a one-stop response, yes or no. And now we're transitioning with all the data we have, with all the LLMs, we're transitioning into how AI is working into an outcome. How AI will think for themselves how to solve some problem. How they plan, and even how they will use other tools other than LLM to make an outcome. And this is one thing is take the action itself. So you could say like from the forecasting AI, we are being now into an adaptive one. And you could say like how we will do it is using, you could say like a context. So LLMs like OpenAI, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and so on is being used by historical data. And if we only use that, you could say like they're only being used by historical trained data. But if we want to put data into production, we will need the data that is being used in real time. So like for example, if we're talking about customer service chatbot, the chatbot will need to know what is our problem basically. And if we're only using an LLM, they will not know. So this context live everywhere, whether it is unstructured data, whether it is structured data, whether is it in APIs, in historical chat memory, it lives everywhere. And syncing it is the problem. Why? Because you could say like there's different parts of context there's been problem. One thing is sorry. Yeah, one thing is you could say like how context breaks. For example, if the answers is not complete, like for example, the ALM itself just give out some answers, but it doesn't give out all the info they need. They need to give. Another thing is if the LLM give out the answers that is not relevant because the data itself is not fresh. And the other thing is slowness, latency being part of it. If if we're a chatbot and the chatbot doesn't give out answers for like a minute or so, then we will just close it. That is also happen in a lot of customers. And the other thing is, you could say like forgetful, how we're compounding something. Like for example, if I already chat something to an LLM, I expect the next session the LLM will know what I already asked like a couple hours ago. So you could say like to summarize it, context breaks in 4 ways, which is how it is not navigable, how the data is not fresh, how the chatbot itself is not fast, and lastly is how the data is not compounding enough. And that's why in Redis, using the Redis that's already been used as an in-memory database with non-AI use case, we have built Redis Iris, which is, you could say, a real-time context engine that is being built in one platform, which is Redis. And to give out more details, you could say like we start from the bottom, which is our data source itself, whether it is unstructured data, structured data, state of agents, long-term memory. It could be integrated in Redis using our real Redis data integration. And after it could, using our Redis context engine, it could be automatically semantically translated. So you don't need to like search it using like SQL queries or even like a query for like unstructured data. But you could use LLMs. There's an MCP server. So you could ask LLM to search out our data. And using our agent memory, all the chat historical is being saved, and it's being automatically given states. And it could also be used for long-term memory, like for days or months. And also like Langcache, our Langcache engine is basically a cache, but for LLMs. So like not all, you could say like not all prompts need to go to LLMs, but some prompts can be answered by using Redis. And all of it are being built also with our Redis platform. Hence why there's Redis Search also, which is the fastest search engine out there. You could use Redis Search for like full text search, vector search, and so on. And as we said, all of it are being built by Redis. Hence why there's 4 different primary reasons, which is Redis is the fastest database out there. We're built for real-time speed. And Redis is quite simple. There's a client library for almost every computer language out there. And we're reliable on a global scale. So we're scaled at a 5.9 availability. And we can be deployed anywhere, whether it's on-prem, whether it's cloud, whether it's hybrid cloud. And because of that, Redis is the most used platform for agent data storage and data management. Yeah, this is a survey done in Stack Overflow last year, and we're number 1, even more than GitHub MCP server. And all of the use case here are built on top of Redis. It's the same Redis platform. Just a different use case. You could say like in the non-AI space, the most use case that we have is like caching, session store, even like counters for API. In the AI space, there's Redis Iris, Langcache, like memory, even to put data, fresh data into Redis. And all of it are being built with our Redis platform with a active replication if you need a multi-data center. And also if you have a large data, which in the terabytes, we also have Redis Flex. So you don't need to all use memory, but you can also use SSDs. Okay, so to give out more details about Redis Iris. So Redis Iris is basically a collection of, you could say like all different use cases, but under one Redis platform that is specifically for AI. So the main thing is our context retriever, where all the data that has come to Redis will be automatically semantically translated. So for example, it will like automatically filter out by IDs, filter out transactions, and all of it are being built with an MCP first server. So you could ask in natural language, or you could just ask in like queries as a normal one. So yeah, the answer is that like if I'm asking why is my order late, like I'm expecting my LLM to know what is my order, who is my driver, like what restaurant do I order, and this context engine makes it all possible. The second one is agent memory. So there's two types of agent memory that we have, which is a short-term one and a long-term memory. So in short-term memory, what we usually store is like states. So like for example, if we're chatting with a chatbot, we're hoping that we know, the chatbot itself know what is our previous conversations during one sessions. And our short-term memory makes it all possible. And we also have an automatically summarize all the chats. And for our long-term memory, it can collect like states, it can collect preferences, it can collect like some configuration that has been done in previous chatting. And all of it are in one Redis, our agent memory, that can be used by LLMs to give out more context about the person chatting it. Thirdly, there's RDI. So RDI, Redis Data Integration, it uses a CDC. So it is a real-time event-based application that will take data from your data sources, be it unstructured data or structured data. It will put the data into Redis and also have transformation job on it. Like because it is CDC, so it is a real-time event streaming. Every create query, every insert query, every update query, every delete query, it will come into Redis and Redis will be updated as the same. And lastly, to make our chatbot fast, there's Langcache, where Langcache is used using semantic cache, where rather than caching like a database or traditionally like a database or even like some data, Langcache will cache LLMs. So like the response from LLM itself will be put into Langcache. So like if there's another chat coming which has a similarity to the previous one, we can just use Langcache to answer it. And it will be much faster, 15 plus times faster. And also the main point is it will use fewer tokens because fewer queries are being sent into LLMs because our Langcache. And all of these Redis Iris are being built in Redis platform using the same Redis. So this is not like multiple stacks of products. This is not like multiple add-ons. It's still the same Redis. It's just this different ways how to use it. And it's also powered by our fastest search engine, Redis Search. And so this is the Redis Utras, and all of it are in platform. And if you want to know more about it, you can meet us in our booth A2, which is right beside the conference room. Okay. Thank you all.